what are the workshops? These are free online 90-minute workshops. We'll be running them across March and April next year, 2023. And they're a chance for community and voluntary groups to learn more about the practical use of our Human Rights Act. The workshops will cover the legal duties in the Act and at least 2 of the rights relevant to that group's practice. We'll be using case studies and real life stories of relevance to the people that groups work with, and we'll be working with organisations to develop these. And then what we'll do is we'll sort of use these in an interactive way with your members to think about how the duties and rights can be used to challenge the social injustice and disadvantage that your organisation is seeking to change. So moving on to the next slide, who are they for? We're offering these workshops to groups who are supporting people accessing or trying to access public services. And you all know that can be such a wide range of things. We don't want to restrict it to any areas in particular. So we could be thinking about housing, health and social care, recovery, disability advocacy groups, LGBTQ plus groups, education groups, migrant and refugee support groups. The list really goes on. These workshops are a real opportunity for people to practically see how the Human Rights Act applies to their area or the issue that they're working on. We hear a lot of words like eye-opening and game-changing, realisations that these rights are for everybody and they're there to be used in protection of all of us. So we would especially love to deliver these free sessions alongside sort of smaller grassroots community-led groups, and in particular, of course, groups that would benefit from that knowledge of human rights. We want to reach sort of as wide an audience as possible. So even if your group doesn't fit into the categories that I've just talked about, or even if you don't see similar groups having worked with BIHR before, we'd still love to hear from you about why this knowledge that we're talking about would be beneficial to you and your members. So the workshops are for UK-based groups. That can be sort of groups that work UK-wide or either based in Scotland, England, Northern Ireland or Wales. And we want to make sure that at least 20 people will attend. So think about whether these workshops might work well for your staff or for your members directly. And if you're a really small group that sort of feels like you might not have 20 people to come along, is there another group with similar aims that you can apply with? So we're really open to hearing sort of ideas on how these would work for you and the people that you work with.